There we go. All right. So, we're live. What's up, guys? Guys, gals, and anyone in between. How are you? I'm the only one here. That's all right. Had some sitting here just kind of pondering ideas, and I figure sometimes it's best to just talk about your stuff, and maybe if people come along, they'll have some good ideas. But I've been having a nice little conversation with ChatGPT about some things. I know. I'm talking to AI, right? What's going on, Vince? How you doing, good sir? Hey, so the FL Sun clogged up on me whilst printing, so I cleaned up the printer that I needed to get done for the school so I could take it back and have it back at work. And this one I'm still waiting for Bruce to get to me. If they don't get back to me soon, I'm just going to pack this thing up, take it back to work, and just leave it in my office and wait, because sitting here, it's just taking up some space. So JPP and Down Under Maker, good to see you guys. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, so I got the old Mark III up and printing. It's going to be about a 10-hour print for these two pieces I'm printing, but we'll let them print on there and should be done sometime early morning. And then I will hopefully have them to wait patiently for the M6 insert, the heat inserts, to arrive from AliExpress sometime. But no, the reason I decided to do a second stream is because I've been sitting out here for several hours, kind of going over some things in my head, and I had some thoughts on some stuff, and I figured we'll stream, we'll have a little bit of fun, maybe we won't, maybe I'll get some ideas, maybe I won't, maybe things will happen, maybe they won't. But I've been talking to ChatGPT, and a lot of what I'm looking at is the financial responsibilities of the day-to-day are kicking my butt. And I know that with DB3D Media, we had started that as an LLC, and yeah, I don't know why you're the only one, Down Under Maker. I don't know why nobody else is liking the stream yet. Probably want to get a feel for where I'm going with this before they like it, because they don't want to have to dislike it. But no, so with MakerMy Nexus and with giving away printers, there's a lot that goes on there. Still breaking out from earlier and then got into some weeds again, so bear with me. But there's a lot that goes into that, and trying to legitimize it as a business to get more businesses interested seems to be the best thing to do. So I was looking at registering an LLC, and then once I register the LLC, then there's the headache of getting the accounts opened up, getting agreements in place, but at least the agreements would be between MakerMy Nexus LLC and these other businesses. Once the LLC is registered, it's easier to file for a 501. So if I file for a 501, that'll help a lot of businesses. It's 501c, like C3 or 3C or something like that. Whatever, the nonprofit. Once I file for something like that, a lot more businesses would be even more interested, because their donations to me and to the project become a tax write-off for them. So the first step is obviously register the LLC and make things legitimate. In order to do that, it's going to cost me enough money to register the LLC in the state of Illinois. ChatGPT was telling me it's like $150. I can register everything myself thanks to ChatGPT. You tell it what you need, it does it. Registering it on the website is like $150. So I'll need $150 for that. Then obviously you have to start a bank account. For businesses, I don't remember what the minimum requirement is. I know it's based on banks and stuff like that, but I would have to find out what the minimum requirement to open a business account would be. So that'll be a matter of contacting a bank, or in this case, let's do a quick Google search. I'm looking up the bank I use. I'm not telling you what that is. There we go. We have a requirements. Let's see what the requirements are. Minimum to open is $1,000. All right. So the bank that I use, okay, no, I take that back. You will need a minimum of $100 for the interest checking, but the interest checking requires an average daily balance of $1,000 to avoid a $10 monthly service charge. So it appears as though depending on which type of business account I open would depend on what I would need. Business checking, and then there's the interest one. Yeah, we wouldn't do the interest one for right now because it's a small business. So there would be another minimum of $100 for that. So you're talking $250 right there, just up front. And then, of course, you know, when you start a business, you have to order checks because you got to have checks to write checks out to people when you have to pay bills. So I would have to order checks. Checks are probably $30 or $40 for a book of checks, I'm thinking. I don't know. I don't know how business checks work. I know you get like the sheets and the binder and write it down and all that fun stuff. So, but yeah, so we'll just say for the sake of math, we'll just throw $50 more on there for the checks. So there's like $200 or $300. Yes, they are down under. Yes, they are. Why not just pay electrically? Yes, or electronically. Yes, you are correct. But so in order to start, you know, turn this into a legitimate LLC, I will need probably, I'm guessing, startup cost with any other miscellaneous stuff I'm forgetting. And I think I'm about to have my wife or my daughter come in here. So give me just a moment to mute this because I don't know who's coming. Okay, well, since it's 4th of July and everyone's lighting off fireworks, my dogs are going ballistic. So as much as I want to have this conversation with you guys, I apologize, but I have to go in the house and help with the puppy dogs because they are losing their minds. I really was hoping to have a nice kind of just hang out and talk about stuff stream, but I apologize. I have to go tend to my puppers. So I am going to go tend to the 2 crazy little girl puppers that are going completely batshit crazy. And maybe we can continue this later tonight when the fireworks subside if I'm still awake. If not, please plan on tomorrow. We're going to continue this and we're going to have this conversation. So if I don't come back tonight, tomorrow we will have a more serious talk about this, because if anybody has more insight on this, I would be more than happy to hear and listen to what you have to say, because I'm trying to be better prepared than I was when I started DB3D Media, and that was a bit of a that had a quick demise. I want this to be something that will be like legitimate and last forever, and could potentially be my next move away from, you know, my current employer to making this the next move. So I'm hoping that that be the case, and I'm looking for insight, do my homework, get some info, and I'm more than happy to hear what you guys have to say. So please, if I don't start back up tonight with this, know that tomorrow I will find time. Tomorrow we will stream and we will talk about this, because it is something that have been for a while, but really wanting to push towards now. So I'm just trying to kind of get things in place. Like I said, I'm looking at probably $300 to $500 startup costs between registration, accounts, and things like that. I know that much up front. Where am I going to get it from? I don't know. But I'll figure that out when the time comes. If you guys could help me out, though, click the link. Go give to Marcel. He's a great dude. I love you guys. I'm going to go tend to my puppers now because the fireworks is not making them happy. Love you guys. Stay out of trouble. Stay out of jail. Happy 3D printing, and talk to you later more about this. Bye, guys.